Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Phillip Futures Trading Podcast. My name is Liao, and today my colleague Tran will be with us. How are you doing, Tran?
Good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Glad to hear that. So in our previous podcast, about 3 weeks ago, we have talked about gold futures. The topic was hedging market volatility with CME Micro Gold Futures. If you have missed our previous podcast, please do check it out from our Phillip Trading Podcast series on our YouTube channel. So in this week's podcast, we'll be talking about another type of precious metal, silver. We will discuss on if silver is currently at its major support level. As we all know, silver had peaked at $30 in February this year and had not regained this level ever since. Currently, silver is traded at about $23. So let's find out if there are any potential trading opportunities in silver using CME Micro Silver Futures. Now I will pass on to Trent to guide us through on what affects the price of silver. Okay, Trent, you are up.
Okay. So the first factor is the US dollar index. So if the dollar is strong, the silver price will be low. If the dollar is weak, then silver prices tend to rise. So as you can see in the past few months, as the US dollar index rose from a yearly low of USD 90 in June 2021 to USD 93 currently, silver prices had also plummeted from its peak at USD 28 to USD 23 currently. So basically, the silver price actually is inversely correlated to the US dollar index. Then the next factor is the industrial demand for silver. So silver actually is used in smartphones, computers, and digital TVs, as silver is highly conductive and is used extensively in the electricity markets. This affects the price of silver, and silver coin melt values will also rise when the industrial demand of silver increases. And also, as the world economy continues to recover from the pandemic, industrial activities around the world are steadily increasing, and silver prices are expected to perform well in line with the recovery. And last factor that affects the price of silver is the price of gold itself. There is no hard and fast rule for this, but it has been noticed that the price of silver tends to follow the same trends as that of gold. For instance, the price of gold dropped from 1900 level in June to 1700 level in August. And silver prices too had dropped from USD 28 in June to USD 23 in August.
Okay, so if retailers would like to trade silver futures, are there any significant events that should be looked out for when trading silver futures?
Okay, so the major upcoming event at the end of this week is the Jackson Hole Symposium. It's actually known as the Economic Policy Symposium, held in Jackson Hole, Wyoming, and is attended by central bankers, finance ministers, academics, and financial market participants from around the world. So in this symposium, the market participants are expecting the Federal Reserve Chairperson, Jerome Powell, is expected to hint at prospects for an eventual reduction of the monetary stimulus when he gives a long-awaited speech for the Jackson Hole Symposium. So if tapering of stimulus is hinted to begin this year, the US dollar is expected to strengthen and the silver prices are expected to drop further.
Okay, so in the precious metal market, is there any correlation in gold and silver? And is silver currently at its major support level?
Yes, historically speaking, gold and silver has a positive correlation of which prices of both metals tends to move in the same direction. It's also known as the gold and silver ratio. So historically speaking, the gold-silver ratio averages at around USD 70 to USD 80. And an extreme increase or decrease in the ratio tends to normalize back to that range. Speaking of correlation between gold and silver, gold had already rose from 700 level to 1700 level to 1800 level in the past week. However, silver had not shown much movement and is still currently trading near the USD 23 level. Also noteworthy is that the USD 23 is a major support level that had yet to be broken since September 2020 last year. Hence, with the rise of gold prices coupled with a strong support level, I personally feel that this is the best time to enter into silver.
Okay, yes, indeed. Now, can you tell us more on the micro silver contract specification so that our audience know how to make use of the mini contract to cater to their trading strategies?
Okay, so the CME Micro Silver contract is actually a very good instrument tool for investors to participate in the silver market, as its margin of USD 2,970 is 5 times smaller than the standard 5,000 ounce silver contracts. Investors with smaller capital can now trade silver futures. The smaller contract size also means that investors and hedgers now can have a better accuracy in their hedging their physical silver position. Apart from that, right, the smaller tick size of USD 10 per 0.01 point allows better risk management from investors. And lastly, the CME Micro Silver contract is traded 23 hours per day from 6 a.m. to 5 a.m. the next day, Malaysia time. And hence this reduces the gap risk during non-trading hours.
Okay, thanks for sharing, Trent. So the micro mini contract seems like a very attractive contract for traders to trade. Okay, so for our audience who would like to take the opportunity to trade in precious metal, not only in silver but also in gold, iron ore, and copper, please look up to our website and leave your inquiries with us. Our dealers from respective branch will be in touch with you as soon as possible. Or you can also call in to the nearest branch around you to know more on futures, and also one of our ongoing promotions, which is To the Moon with CME Micro E-mini. This promotion is allows our clients to trade micro contract at only $2 commission rate for one lot. This promotion is not only valid for gold and silver mini futures contract only. The micro contracts which are eligible for the promotion also includes WTI crude oil and US indexes. So if you wish to trade US indexes like the Dow Jones, S&P 500, NASDAQ, and Russell 2000, don't miss out this opportunity to trade with us at a very competitive rate. Last but not least, please also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube for any new updates from us. Now we have come to an end of our podcast. So once again, thank you, Trent, for being here today. Thank you, Trent.
Thank you.
All right. See you guys next week. Goodbye.
Bye.